What is going on, everyone? It is Foul Play here. We are for the third match of this Modern League. We won the Darrow and we're versing Tommy 1685. Unfortunately, with our hand, we have no green or blue mana, so we can't cast our creatures. We have to mulligan. Do like the auras though. So Yorion deck. Man, like we could potentially be in a fine spot. Get some decks. We're starting with like Dryad Arbor, which sucks though. We can't get Totem Armor on it. Oh, we can, because Ghost Quarter costs a mana to activate. I'm guessing they're a Hate Bears deck. I guess we keep this. Okie dokie. Let's get into it. I suddenly feel like 100 million times worse about this Dryad Arbor. Let's attack for damage. Obviously, like, Path to Exile is very good against us. Don't really think my opponent gets much from blocking here. I'm sure the damage is going through. Then we have to make the choice next turn as to whether or not to Daybreak Coronet or Curious Obsession plus Rancor. Not sure there's like a strictly right decision in that spot either. Guess we'll see how our opponent progresses. And obviously if he just like Teferi bounces our Dryad Arbor, our game's almost over at that point because the tempo is just that freaking ridiculous. Alright, so opponent takes the damage, Skyclave Apparition, comes on down, looking to ruin our day, take the Ethereal, the Hyena Umbra. And I'm going to say a fat boo to that one, but we do draw Stalker, and Stalker's going to have to do. Play out the Stalker, play out the Rancor. If they want to Skyclave Apparition away the Rancor, it'll make it easier for us to Daybreak. I guess if we hold Rancor there, we can guarantee Daybreak Coronet next turn with Dryad Arbor on the Rancor, the other lands on the Daybreak. Now we're potentially just like drawing to lands. I don't think it's like an awful spot though. Compared to where we were. Wall of Blossoms, like, hey look, an unblockable Stalker. This is probably the Restoration Angel deck with Kiki Jiki in it. I wouldn't be surprised if our opponent fetched up red mana next. Cool, well, we do just find pretty much everything we need. So in for a casual 7 points of damage. I think they can also like Court of Calling for creatures as well, right? Okay. So is it just Bat Snow? Have they got like a Heliod combo or something? Another Skyclave Apparition. Alright, well that's not the worst. We're still winning this race pretty significantly. We still get to draw our cards with our wonderful unblockable creature. Hey, look at that. We win. Ta-da! Alright, so Torporob is probably going to be pretty good in this matchup. Path to Exile, I also imagine, will be pretty reasonable. I don't really think this is one where we want Force of Negation, at least not from what I've seen so far of my opponent's deck. They could be an Ephemerate deck with Eternal Witness, actually. It's fairly likely, so maybe we do want Force of Negation or Stubborn Denial. So obviously with Stubborn Denial, the pro is I can cast it during my turn. With Force of Negation, the pro is I can exile the Ephemerate forever, so they can't return it with Eternal Witness. Given I've versed a deck with Eternal Witness that just reoccurs it forever, obviously that's really bad for us. So we're going to bring it in, and in those two slots, I started out a Hyena Umbra and a Hallowed Fountain. Alright, another nothing hand, so Wool Mulligan. It's sort of weak, but I don't know. We can probably see about a 5. Oof, it's kind of rough. I'll keep Ditch. It's also a hard decision on what to lose there. This land's unfortunately a bit of an awkward one. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a Soul Herder. Well, there's the Eternal Witness. I guess post-warp we might bring in some Soul Guide Lanterns. Potentially for the Force Negations, and that's a good draw. So I don't expect my opponent's going to be able to Skyclave Apparition plus Ephemerate in this point. So I'm just going to be as aggressive as I can, attack, get my Scries. That's fantastic. That is staying on top. That is like a one-of in the sideboard and just straight up a win condition. Fuck. Avalanche in modern 2021, guys. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and attack for 3. I mean, again, if this was on the board, I'd completely invalidate the Avalanche triggers. Avalanche Riders trigger. That's a rough one. Soul Herder, sure. Sure. So probably Eternal Witness back the Avalanche Riders here and look to strip away my land for the remainder of the game. And we need to hit mana this turn. Fortunately, Eternal Witness puts it to hand, not to graveyard, not to battlefield. Do or die. Alright, we say do. So currently my opponent has 4 power to attack with. I think we need to stay aggressive here because we don't have first strike to chump block with, and we only have 1 toughness. That seems decent. So next turn can look like attack for 4 and then hold up Path to Exile. With Torpor out, Avalanche Riot is a terrible 4/4. I guess it did its job though and took away the Hallowed Fountain. Made us sweat a little bit. Perforos? Jesus, man. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Well, that's sent it to the battlefield trigger. It shouldn't work. I have never seen this particular one, though. And now we're at the point where we get to scry before we attack, which is fantastic synergy. I think maybe we look for a blue card for Force of Negation just in case. If we go to next turn, we kill them anyway. All right. Oh, this one has haste. What an idiot. I didn't have another play though. Maybe he only attacks with a couple of creatures instead. Wait, we're not dead. We go to 1. I can count, I swear. Well, okay, I think we're pretty lucky on this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video, though. I do hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel for daily content and ring that bell for more. Charming Prince. Oh, pretty bad Charming Prince there, buddy. Oh, yeah. Let the life game begin. All right. Well, that was pretty fortunate, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.